Hey, who knows?
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, welcome back to the show. This is the Two Dum Yinzers, episode 411. What's going on, Mike?
What is up? I'm
Oh,
like, I'm tired, but I am pumped up for some
yeah,
reason today.
all kind of good reasons to be pumped up today, man. Um, we got the NFL season, week number 3 already. Mike, week number 3
Whew.
is getting ready to kick
It's
off tonight.
oh my
Do
god,
you remember when we were
it
like,
takes forever to get here. Now it's going by so fast.
remember we were like 50 days till the NFL season, 30 days. And then when it got here, we got to the preseason, and it was like, oh, we still got 2 weeks between the preseason and the
Mm-hmm.
regular season. Here we are, week 3, man.
I have.
Game. What's that?
It's like it's going by too fast. I don't like this. It needs to slow down.
The game tonight, kicking the weekend off, is the Giants at the 49ers. I particularly like this matchup because I can't wait to see what the 49ers do to a team like the Giants. Just again, curious. I'm holding nothing against San Francisco, holding nothing against anybody. I just want
Mm-hmm.
to see now. I just want to kind of monitor what they do the rest of the way, what they do against other teams, and how other teams do against them. So I am interested in
Exactly.
this
Yeah.
game for that reason. It's at San Francisco. The Giants just had that run of 31 points in basically 2 quarters, and in San Francisco is San Francisco. So again,
Yeah.
I want to see how this
Like,
turns out.
yeah, like I don't anticipate the Giants racking up 31 against the 49ers.
No, oh,
No, not
gosh, no. Who did they?
what's Daniel Jones drop 40?
Yeah, I mean, who
That would
was it?
be
Wasn't it against Arizona?
yeah, it
Even
was
though,
against Arizona. And yeah, yeah, if they're going up against a team that has an average defense, they're not coming back. And San Francisco's defense might be one of the best in the league, if not the
yeah,
best. So I just don't see this happening.
I do want to say before we get started, we want to thank a big thank you, a
Yes.
big, huge, fat thank you to Morgan Gruber for stopping by yesterday and hanging out with us. We got to talk about um, her new single that was just released on Friday. We talked
Mm-hmm.
about her being voted the #1 country artist in the Pittsburgh area, and also a bunch of other things. So if you didn't get a chance to check this show out, go back and check it out. It was
Mm-hmm.
yesterday with Morgan Gruber. Good
Yes,
stuff.
good stuff. And it was like back to our roots, man. We haven't done an interview in forever.
It's been a while. Yeah, it felt
It's been a
nice. It
while.
felt nice
It,
to be
it felt
back at it.
nice. Yeah, it was too. I was like a little rusty there for a little bit, but it was nice.
Also, I do want to thank the guys over at Hey Peanuts once again, the gentleman over at WBVP radio station in Beaver County. It's a sports show. They did give us a plug again yesterday. So I do want to say thank you on that.
Appreciate it, guys.
We'll get you
Appreciate it.
back. We'll get you. Mike.
Yes.
So 49ers Giants tonight. And then the season's back, week 3 is back underway. Let's see what else we got here. Last week's game, I'm just gonna go over a few things because we have a lot going on today. We have to do our picks. I don't know where Derpy is. He's MIA, but that can't stop us. We have to continue.
That cannot
on.
stop us.
The show must go on.
The show is bigger than any one of us.
Yeah, and it must go on no matter what. So if Derpy will have he'll have what I'm gonna do. I'll give him till 8 o'clock. If he gets a hold of me with and sends me over his picks in the meantime, I'll go ahead and put them in. But if he doesn't, he will be disqualified and he'll have to take a loss this week.
It's just more or less put down like every game he will copy me except for the Sunday night game.
Yeah,
because that's what he did last week. So we're just gonna go with that formula.
yeah. He knows it's pick day. Everybody's supposed to be here, but we will see. So we have the season starting week 3 of the season starting tonight. A couple things I do want to say, as I mentioned, rookie snaps from last week for the Browns game. Keanu Benton had 28, Darnell Washington had 26, Nick Herbig 17, Joey Porter 14. So the numbers are going up on them guys.
I'd like to see a Broderick Jones play every snap at right tackle.
Yeah, yeah. When are we going to see our #1 pick?
Yeah, that's what's depressing. Like, it's what him and Spencer Anderson are the only two not playing.
Yeah. And these are the two I want playing, the offensive linemen.
Yeah, because the way they're playing, oh my Lord. I don't know if anyone's seen the video, but execution, man, everyone across the board was missing run blocks, pass blocks. It was a was a tragedy. It was like a farce, is what it was. It was like the old Benny Hill music playing, dun, 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 or however it goes.
Yeah.
They're all. It was just. I'm getting ready for one of the two to block one of the guys to just block each other, like we saw last year in the preseason.
They're not far off. I don't know what the hell
Ugh.
happened. I don't know why everything seemed to go backwards a little bit.
Like you would see one guy turn left, everyone's going right.
Hey,
Like
right.
you're like, what the hell is going on?
It's not a good thing.
But hey, we won. We won. A win is a win.
That's what you say, Mike. You always say they don't ask how, they just say whatever.
Just how
the hell
many,
they
man?
say.
You know,
Yeah.
wins
for
and
some
points
reason-
and goals scored. It's all about just how many.
So, if that gets us through the day, I guess we'll go ahead and hang
Hey,
our
I'm
hats
trying
on
to
that.
find a positive with this team, okay?
Steelers sign this running back from Atlanta. What's how you pronounce his last name? Like Godwin.
I'm not even going to go there. I just know what a few years ago he was playing for the Chargers, I think, and ripped off at a long touchdown run against us. So
Yeah.
that means we sign him now, and he's not going to do a damn thing.
Yeah, he must be over. It's past his prime. Igabuki. I don't know. Godwin Igabuki.
Something like that. Yes, I'll let you take the hit on that name.
Former, of course, as Mike said, Charger and Atlanta Falcon.
Yeah.
Is he got signed to the Steelers, so we have another running back.
Yeah, Anthony McFarland's went on the IR.
And this dude can also return kicks, things like this. So we're gonna.
Hey, we don't need Gunner now.
Yeah. Well, we're probably not going to see him because we haven't really even seen McFarland much when he was in there. But I don't know. We'll see what's going on. Also, the defensive tackle Braden Fajoko, Mike, was brought up from the practice squad. I know you like this guy. You mentioned him before.
I love it. You just plug him right in the middle. Let him eat up space. Rotate like him, Benton, and Montravius Adams. Keep the three guys fresh. Just plug up the middle. Plug up that D line.
You got this guy, and then you got Nasty Nate on the other side. Now, when they brought these guys in, they really promoted the the bigger bruiser kind of guys, the guys that are just football players. And these are the ones that you're not even seeing play.
Yeah,
like Fajoko and
Herbig.
Nate Herbig,
and then Samalu was supposed to be a sensation,
right?
And he was part of the best offensive line down in Philly, and he can't do anything.
But they're going to put these guys in, and these guys are going to do good because these are the football players. These
we'll find out.
These aren't the guys who are touted as the most highly skilled players, but these are the guys who are touted as the football players. Now I want to see these guys now. I want to see them come in. And if they can accomplish things that the guys who are the top skill guys aren't doing, that's kind of a cool thing to see.
Yeah.
Again, it could work out. It could totally blow up in my face.
Yeah.
But I would like to see that just because, again, we brought these guys over and let's take a look at them.
Yeah. It can't be worse than what's going on right now. Because if Nick Chubb doesn't get hurt, we're probably looking at 0-2, the way he was running and the way we couldn't stop the run.
I do like they signed Kareem Hunt.
I like it. I like
it too. I mean,
it was a good signing.
Who better to sign than Kareem Hunt for these Browns? I mean, he knows the offense. He's just fresh off the team. So he's getting that spot that he's the perfect fit.
He is too, and it's good for him. He got to chill out the whole off season.
Yes.
He only has to play.
And he didn't seem like a dick by doing it.
He would just, 1 year, $4 million contract. Like, I think they were still stupid to get rid of him. Because imagine if they had him in that game. Chubbs goes down. Okay, we're going to give it to Kareem Hunt.
Yeah,
the outcome might have been different. So once again, the Browns being the Browns. We have a great running back tandem, but we're not going to keep it together.
I love it. I love the Browns.
They're so stupid. Like if they had like half a brain up there, that team would be so much more competitive.
It's like having that one kid in the neighborhood that just everybody picked on. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
no matter what. And he was fine with it. As long as he got to hang out with the guys.
And that is the Browns.
That's the Browns.
They're just happy to be here.
And everyone else was happy to see them because it was like, hey, look, we have somebody to beat on for the day.
Right.
And he just comes smiling down the street, The
Bengals are like, oh shit, yeah, man. At least we got the Browns.
You're right. Yeah. They're that guy. They're the guy that usually gets beat on, but since these guys are here, they get the bully.
Exactly. And then there's Pittsburgh and Baltimore going, oh god, we got to deal with this idiot again.
Yeah.
Because every once in a while, that idiot would do something that would totally stump you, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
And that's the Browns. Every once in a while, they pull something out,
And
But
the
look,
and us, yeah, us and the Baltimore Ravens, we're like the two older kids in the group. Like
yeah,
nobody else could mess with or beat up because they're the
yeah,
bigger, the tougher
uh-huh,
the kids. And every once in a while we go at it back and forth, but it's a pretty even
yeah,
draw. So we just
yeah.
continue to pick on the less.
And every once in a while, like you get the Bengals, they get that sneaky streak
Yeah,
against you.
yeah.
But yeah, but now look at him. Now look at him, Joe
Now look at
Burrow.
it. Just look at him now, Mike.
Joe Burrow got that money, and he was like, "Deuces, I'm out. I ain't playing
I
football no
love it.
more."
I love it.
That might be like his strategy all along. He's like, I'm gonna get my money. I'm just gonna go chill.
Wouldn't it be so great if he was like so smart where he had this planned out to where it's all going to work out where he lands in Pittsburgh? Because I mean, really, if you think about it, if you're a kid coming out of high school, you're thinking to yourself, "What team do you want to play for?" You want to play for a
Not the
team that
Bengals.
has some history and
Yeah,
things to it. Nobody says I want to play with the Bengals.
yeah.
Nobody ever has ever said
Yeah.
these words.
I just want to see someone get drafted by one of these bad teams like the Bears and just go up there and just not even hold up the jersey. Just walk out, not be excited that they were
Just grab it, hold it down on your
You
side
know,
with your head down, and just walk right across the stage.
pull the like Lemieux did when he got drafted by the Penguins. Like now I'm just gonna sit I'm staying in the stands because they would always trade away the best players. So I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on. I'm just gonna sit here. Do that, John Elway, Eli Manning,
Yeah.
do something to kind of control your destiny when you're one of these bad teams. Because
It's
the
rare, but I
Bears,
like when things like that happen.
it's great. It's
yeah.
great.
Yeah. Alex Highsmith, Mike, named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. What do you think about this?
I don't know, man. His PFF grade was only 71. I don't know if he affected the game enough by causing scoring 7 points and helping lead to the other 7. I don't know if he did enough to disrupt the game.
He had 7 tackles, 1 forced fumble, 1 sack, 1 interception, and 1 touchdown.
But what was his pass rush win rate? That's what I want to know.
That's what I'm going to say. And I'm going to take that back to what you and I were talking about yesterday. So keep that in mind. What we just said about Alex Highsmith winning the AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Now, Mike and I were talking about these PFF grades, which I'm about ready to throw out the window entirely.
They used to be like a good reference point, just a nice reference.
But let me tell you this: the ratings for last week for the 2 edge rushers, pass rushers, let's call them, because now everybody's
what's making a fake position edge? It's not a
they're
real
trying
position.
to split hairs here.
Yeah,
but we know who we're talking about, for crying out loud. TJ Watt had a 72.9 and Myles Garrett had a 91.3. He graded almost 20 whole points higher.
Yeah. 1 tackle.
And he had 1 tackle, and the other guy, TJ, had a whole shitload of things on his list. That. And Alex Highsmith with 7 tackles, 1 forced fumble, 1 sack, 1 interception, touchdown. He graded even lower than that. He got a 71 something. So you're telling me Myles Garrett played 20 points better than the guy that won Defensive Player? Something is wrong here. Yeah. Something is very wrong.
He had like 1 tackle and 1 quarterback hit, but apparently his win rate in the pass rushing affected the game.
What
more.
A stupid
thing.
Literally,
like one of the guys from PFF was going at it with like Steeler fans and like Steeler media. And he had 2 pictures side by side. One where Garrett, I think, was hit Pickett, but Pickett threw the ball away, and one where I think Watt was getting a sack and goes, well, the Garrett play, he affected the play more because he got there faster.
But the other guy
it took Watt a little bit longer to get there, so therefore it was a whole team effort before.
And here's the thing too: there's no way to guarantee to say that you affected the guy's pass, even if you're there and you rush him. Maybe he's just not that good. Maybe he's just, maybe the ball was released. There's no way to even. It's such a stupid thing that you're assuming and you're putting together and you're forming something that you're putting out to the people.
Yeah.
Mike, I'm this close to dropping PFF. This close.
It's like I said, they used to be a pretty good reference. Now it's beginning to like these people that grade these games gaining notoriety on Twitter. They're becoming more full of themselves. Like, no, analytics is hard in football, baseball, hockey. That those sports are built for analytics. You can learn a lot from the analytics. Football, it's more or less an eye test to see. You can tell who is doing what. So what that Myles Garrett was beating Dan Moore a little bit faster than Watt was. the plays weren't going his way. So it's like, okay,
Yeah,
we're
I didn't
moving
realize
away from you.
these were
Yeah.
tracked statistics. Apparently
Yeah.
nobody else
Like
in the whole
once,
world knows
once, PFFs,
except for
scores
PFF.
start becoming part of players' performance bonuses, these things don't matter. They're becoming terrible points of reference anymore. They like when it first started, it's like, okay, you can kind of gauge because they're kind of more or less in line, taking a look at the stats and looking at the film. But now when they're coming out instantly, you can't. No, you need to access from the all 22 that overhead footage to see, okay, what was this? How did this really affect? So these grades are becoming more and more meaningless, and it's just a joke, and it's making like Miles Garrett is a damn good player. I'd love to have him on my team, but to say he's in the league of like a TJ Watt or a like the Bosa's and the Parsons who actually take games over to where you can see like, oh my God, they really are taking the game over. It's a joke. He's a really good player. You look at his stats, he's like what 75 sacks in his time in the league. He's like what 8 or 9 behind TJ Watt. Not bad, but overall, he doesn't take the game over like TJ Watt
And he
does.
sure doesn't do it in the head-to-head. We've
He
never had an
doesn't.
issue. We've
No,
never ever
no,
ever had any issues blocking or keeping
Yeah.
Miles Garrett under control. He just at some point you think he would have a good Mike. There's something goofy going on with
Yeah.
this guy. There's something I don't know what he did. I don't know who he has something on.
Yeah.
But none of this makes
He's
any sense.
he's a really good player. I would, I would love to have him
Oh,
on my
but that's
defense.
really beside the point. Yes,
But like,
Mike, there's a
he's not.
lot of
But
really
he is
good
not
players in
that.
this league. I
Yeah,
think
but
we can
he's
agree
not
on
that
this.
guy. But yeah, like you said, he's not that
Mike,
game-changing guy. He's not
there's
a
a
game
lot
changer.
of players in
Yeah.
this league that are really good players, and he
Mhm.
falls in the category, and he gets lots of numbers.
Yeah.
But again, when it comes to talking about the top players in this conversation that we constantly you talk about, Crosby, the Bosa's, Garrett,
Yeah.
Parsons.
I
How in
don't
the
see.
hell he gets all this leeway, and even after he's done nothing so far this year,
Mm-hmm.
still manages to top the list? Where again, I haven't seen it. I guess I do look at his numbers. He's in the 70s in his sacks, but you know what? As you said, he's not taking over the
No.
highlight reels. I can tell you that.
No,
I mean,
no, it's like Cam Hayward at the end of the year last year.
yes,
Like, how the hell did Cam Hayward get 10.5 sacks? He had like
that's
two
exactly what
games
it's
where
like.
you're like, notice where he was a physical force. But other than that, like, it was like hit or miss. Same thing with Miles Garrett. It's like at the end of the year, you go, wow, he really did that. Oh, okay. It's like, and I don't want to take anything away from him. What they're doing is stat wise is impressive, but it doesn't wow you.
So with that being said, let me just go ahead and give you the top seven sackers so far this season. Number 1 for the Pittsburgh Steelers with 4 sacks, TJ Watt. Number 2, Daniel Hunter from Minnesota has 4. Number 3, Micah Parsons from the Dallas Cowboys has 3. Josh Allen from Jacksonville has 3. Montez Sweet, Mike from Washington,
Yeah,
he
really
has
good player.
3. Oh boy, this guy from Dallas, Osa.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about. Osa. We'll just call him Osa.
He has 3. Let's see who else. Dennis Gardeck from Carolina has 3, and finally Drake Jackson has 3. Those are all the people that have either 3 or 4 sacks. And even if you go down the list a little further into the 2, you still don't see this guy's name, but yet he somehow outscores everybody else that plays this position this past week. Amongst a lot of other things that these guys did besides just sacking people. If you watched Micah Parsons again, we talked about him. This guy just totally takes over the game. I'm scared of him.
He lines up all over the place.
I'm personally scared of this guy. And then and you've seen with TJ Watt. You see, it's unbelievable. I don't get it. This Mike again. I've been like this. I've been like this with Miles Garrett from day one. I'm still unimpressed. Again, yes, he is a good player, but again, I watched hundreds of other good players on Sunday afternoon, and I just don't know why. Again, who does he have something on? That's what it feels like. Of course, that's not the case, but that's sure what it feels like. You know what I mean?
Like he had, like you look at his sacks, 7, 13 and a half, 10, 12, 16, 16, but really, really impressive numbers. But but you're like, what game did he take over?
You're right.
That's like, my God, last Sunday we watched that Dallas Jets game. We watched Micah Parsons take that game over. We watched this last game. We watched Alex Highsmith and TJ Watt take this game over. and Miles Garrett, people want to say Dan Moore, he had
Did nothing against us.
Dan Moore,
He got to the backfield fast. Apparently,
PFF gave Dan Moore a passer or pass blocking rating of 5, but yet Miles Garrett had 1 quarterback hit, 0 sacks, 1 tackle. Explain? It makes no sense.
There's no explanation.
He didn't take that game over. It was just it's just wild.
Pull out the highlight reels of Miles Garrett too. I'm pretty sure they're not going to be impressive. I mean, even like you said, you're going to see sacks and things like this, but he's just not. He's not impressive. I don't get it. Mike, I don't get
it. Players like, oh my god, Javon Curse back in the day. That was a defensive end out of the 3-4 that totally took games over. Julius Peppers, he would take games over. Jason Taylor would take games over, and they would wow you and impress you. Garrett, no, he at the end of the year, you look at the stats, go impressive season, but what do you remember about it? What game did he affect?
He's not memorable at all.
No.
Mike, we got to move on. We have to do our picks again. We are going to do these. Let me just say a couple more things. Buccos won last night. They win game 2 out of 3 against the Cubbies, 13-7. They are now sitting at 71-81 with 10 games left in their season. Game 3 tonight at 7:30 before going to Cincinnati tomorrow. Also, Pirates related, Mitch Keller became only the third Pirates pitcher ever in the history of the team to record 200 strikeouts in a season, joining the elite group of A.J. Burnett and Garrett Cole.
Not bad company.
Not bad company.
Not bad company at all.
Also, all right, let's jump into it. We got to get moving.
Let's do this. Yeah.
All right, so Mike, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm going to do it as if Derpy was here. I will give him time to get back to me and complete this at some point today. If not, he will be eliminated for the week and he'll have to forfeit. But we will get this down to cover our bases. So here we go, Mike. Tonight, the New York Giants at the San Francisco 49ers. Who do you like in this one?
Give me the 49ers. That defense is just too good. Daniel Jones is not that guy. They're missing Saquon Barkley. They're missing a key offensive lineman as well. The San Francisco is going to destroy them.
Second game, Mike. This one is the first 1:00 game on Sunday. The Atlanta Falcons, who are 2-0, they are the only team that played 2 home games so far and are 2-0. The other teams that all had 2 home games all at least lost at least 1 game. So we got the Falcons. Now they're on the road playing against the Detroit Lions, who beat the Kansas City Chiefs last year in the first week of the season and fell short last week. Mike, Falcons at Lions, what do you think?
This game's going to be a lot tighter than I thought it would be, before the season started. The way Atlanta's playing, Bijan Robinson might be one of the best running backs in the league right now. But I'm going to take Detroit at home. They wouldn't rebound from last week's disappointing loss. So Dan Campbell's he's going to have them fired up. I think they're going to. I think they're just going to pull it out. I think it's going to be a very close game, but I'm taking
they're
Detroit
more solid than people think. I think that they are more solid. I think once they get their shit together, they're going to be all right. And I think that they're going to expose Atlanta tonight in some way, and it's going to give Atlanta their first loss.
Amon St. Ra, he's just an unbelievable, a very underrated wide receiver. He might be one of the top. He's a top 10 receiver in this league. I think that's going to help put Detroit over the top.
2 underperforming teams so far this season: the LA Chargers at the Minnesota Vikings. Which one of these teams finally could cop a win, Mike? The Chargers or the Vikings?
I'm taking. Normally, I take the Chargers, but this game I'm going to take Minnesota. Their defense is Minnesota's defense has been letting them down, but this Chargers team with head coach Brandon Staley, he might be one of the first coaches fired this year.
Really?
Disappointing result after disappointing result. Too much talent on that team.
He's getting fired. He might as well just hand over Justin Herbert to us and then get
fired. That's fine by me.
Who loses in that situation?
Not us.
The Chargers already stink.
Yeah, they have so many good players, and they just can't. The decisions he makes just ruins that team. Like Minnesota, I think the defense is just going to do just enough to stop them, and Kirk Cousins he'll find a way to pull it out. He's playing out of his mind already this year.
He's the only one. He's like
him and Justin Jefferson. My God, he's off to another amazing start. So
all right, so
taking Minnesota.
Next game, Mike, Saints at Packers. The Saints, they're not looking as terrible as a lot of people made them out to be. I still don't think they're a really good football team. They are going to play the Packers, who are a little bit better of a football team than they are. I do believe in this. Jordan Love Green Bay Packers, I think they dropped one last week. I think
It was a
they're going to
close
come
one.
and win this one. But what do you think, Mike? Saints at Lambeau Field.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think this Green Bay team is going to win. Jordan Love's looking phenomenal this year. I didn't think he would be this guy, but that's Green Bay quarterbacks. You know, it took
Yeah.
Brett Favre a while. He sat there for a while. He struggled. Started. You know, Aaron Rodgers sat there for 3 years, came in lights out. Jordan Love sat there for a while. He's looking like the next one. So
Houston Texans at Jacksonville, Mike. The Jaguars hosting the Texans.
I'm taking Jacksonville. I think it's going to be more or less an easy win for them. But my God, the way CJ Stroud is performing down in Houston, people thought it'd take a while for him to develop in the league. He's looking like a really capable starter, and two good young quarterbacks going at it. But I think Jacksonville's just a much better team. Houston's a long way.
I think
to go.
Jacksonville scores 40 points in this game.
I can see that.
Next game. Broncos at Dolphins. Broncos at Dolphins. Some people I just seen on TV here that they're saying Miami is possibly the best team in the AFC. You know what? Give me a couple more games of what we've seen so far, and you might sell me again. I seen them run into the brick wall last year. I'm not jumping on that just yet, but Mike, we have the Broncos, Jay Payton, Russell Wilson. They're heading to South Florida, Mike. Who do you think, the Broncos or the Dolphins?
Oh, give me Tua and Mike McDaniels in this matchup. You throw in Tyreek Hill, this Denver team. I'm still not sold. Sean Payton.
Who's Jay? Who's Jay Payton?
I have no idea who Jay Payton is.
That's somebody though.
I don't know who it is. I was just gonna let it slide.
Yeah, no, it's somebody. Next, like the Titans at the Browns. The Titans at the Browns.
Give me the Titans. God, Deshaun Watson, he's done. We saw him lose his mind that game last week. He should have been ejected for pushing that official out of the way. No Nick Chubb. Yeah, you're getting Kareem Hunt back. But still, just give me Tennessee, the way Cleveland's playing.
All right.
Even though it is in Cleveland, give me Tennessee.
Buffalo at Washington. We got the 2-0 Sam Howell led Washington Commanders hosting Mike, this 1-1 Buffalo team who seemed to jump back on the horse last week against the Raiders after a week 1 loss to the Jets. Mike, Buffalo at Washington. Who do you think?
I'm taking Buffalo. I think it's going to be a really good game, a close game. Sam Howell's he's turning me into a believer. But I think Buffalo is, the more mature team. They've been doing it at a higher level longer than Washington. Washington's on the ascent, but Buffalo just going to have that advantage in experience. It's going to be a tough matchup, but I'm taking Buffalo.
We're halfway there. The battle of Baltimore past and present. The Indianapolis Colts, they're coming back to Baltimore to play the Ravens. Who do you think, Mike?
I'm taking the Ravens. Man, Zay Flowers, man, he's looking really good. That connection with him and Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson. My God, Lamar, I apologize. I think that's going to be a dangerous combo going forward. Lamar, his completion percentage so far, 10 points higher than what it has been in his career. He's looking good. Baltimore's looking good. I'm taking Baltimore.
Patriots at the Jets. The Patriots at the Jets. Still the Patriots are a lot like we are. Nobody really knows what to make of this team. There's potential. There's a good coach. This, that, but they're just, there's just, they don't have all the pieces.
Yeah.
And then the Jets, of course, they were a Super Bowl contender 2 weeks ago before losing their starter quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. Mike, the Jets traveled to MetLife Stadium to play the Jets. Who wins? Patriots or Jets?
God. I want to say New England, but I think the Jets are going to rally around Zach Wilson this week. Simplify the offense. Let that defense just control the game. I'm taking New York. I think it's going to be a close one, though.
All right. Panthers at Seahawks. Panthers at Seahawks.
Oh, give me the Seahawks all day. I'm not sold on the Panthers. Yeah, I'm back on the bandwagon. Geno Smith, baby.
All right, here we go. 5 games left. The Chicago Bears, Mike. The Chicago Bears travel to Missouri to play the Kansas City Chiefs. I can't in a million years imagine.
Nope, I'm not.
The Cowboys. What would have to happen for the Bears to win this game? I mean, really?
Like Kelsey, Chris Jones, Mahomes, Pachenko,
catch the plague.
Andy Reid, all got to catch the plague.
So I'm not even.
I'm taking Kansas City.
All right. Cowboys at Cardinals. Cowboys at Cardinals. This is going to be another fun one. This is the equivalent to San Francisco and the Giants.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is
Say a prayer for Josh Dobbs if you're a religious person. I think Micah Parsons is going to be all over him that game. Give me Dallas.
I can't even imagine he wants to play.
I'd be like, guys, I'm going to NASA. I'm out.
You see this monster.
For someone who's that smart, why is he still in the league? Run,
Yeah.
my man, run. But
why are you
paycheck.
facing Micah Parsons while wearing a Cardinals?
Yeah. Coach, I got a hammy this week.
3 games left. We're at the Sunday night game, Mike. We have the Steelers at the Raiders. What do you think?
Oh, give me the Raiders.
The Raiders?
Yeah.
We're out there. We don't lose. We don't win well in the
out
West.
We don't win well out there. The offense is looking bad. They got Josh Jacobs. I could see him breaking off some long gainers. So give me Raiders. I know we beat them last year, but that was last year. This is this year.
First Monday night game of the weekend. The Eagles, the 2-0 Eagles at the 2-0 Buccaneers.
I am
one team's a strong 2-0. The other team is just 2-0 with the quarterback that's playing pretty good.
I am taking my upset special of the week. Give me Tampa Bay.
All right.
I am a believer in Baker Mayfield.
I like the risk, and
I know that's going to bite me in the ass.
Here's the thing. Yeah, I mean, maybe it won't. Maybe Derpy will forfeit. And finally, the last game of the week, which is the second Monday night game. The Rams at the Bengals. This might be a good one.
This is going to be a good one. Give me the Rams.
Okay.
If Joe Burrow was healthy and he was on like we've seen him in the past, I would take Bengals in a heartbeat. But there's something off with him. And that injury, I don't know if he's going to be back in the game. If he is, how effective he's going to be. There's something wrong down there. I'm willing to roll with it because it's helping the Steelers, but hopefully he gets it right. But I'm taking the Chargers. Or I mean the Rams, excuse me.
And I do look just slightly past just because I accidentally scrolled a little too far. Next Thursday, the game is going to be a good one. It's going to be the Lions at Green Bay.
Ooh.
Yeah, man, that's going to be a fun. These Thursday nights they're all right, man.
Yeah, I'm liking it this year.
I like football on the extra day, and you put a game like this together, how could you beat it? Mike, why don't you go and tell everybody about the website, man?
The 2dumyinzers.com. The number 2 DUMYINZERS.com. Oh my God, we got everything you need for us over there. Links to my Twitter, Ryan's Twitter, our Facebook page, YouTube, Spotify, merch stores on there. Got the blog on there, which, I try to do it before every single game and do a recap afterwards. But yeah, it's all there. The 2dumyinzers.com.
Go check that out, everybody. www.the2dumyinzers.com. Again, that is www.the2dumyinzers.com. All right, Mike, we have a Raiders trivia question today, of course, because it's who the Steelers play next. You have no competition, so it's just you and the question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Again, choices will be available if you'd like. Here we go. What Raider was named NFL MVP in 2002? What Raider was named NFL MVP in 2002? You think that over, Mike? If you'd like choices, I'll certainly give them to you. But we're live every day, guys, 7 days a week, Monday through Sunday, every day, every week, 11:30, right here. Or if you'd rather check out the show and podcast, the show that we do live every day, the fresh brand new show goes up that day, every day at 8:00 p.m. over on Spotify. Go check it out. All right, Mike, question of the day is this. What Raider was named NFL MVP in 2002? Do you know, or do you want to take a shot, or do you want to hear choices?
There's a couple good options. I can, God. I just want to go totally out of the box, off the board here. Charles Woodson.
Charles Woodson. Is this your final answer?
I know it's wrong, but yeah, sure, why not?
All right.
He won the Heisman. He won the Heisman. Why not?
I'm going to lock you in. And then I'm also now, since you're locked into place, I'm going to give you I'm going to tell you what the options are. Was it A? Again, I'm looking for who was named MVP in the NFL in 2002. Was it A, Charlie Gardner? Was it B, Charles Woodson? Was it C, Rich Gannon? Was it D, Randy Moss? So those were the choices. Mike chose Charles Woodson, who is one of the choices. And right now you have the option to change that and use the options, but you have to give me one of your kidneys.
No, I'm staying with
All
my
right,
answer.
you're staying with your Charles Woodson.
I'm
You're
staying
locked
with my
in.
lock it in.
All right, locked in. You're locked in. Question of the day, Raiders question. What Raider was named NFL MVP in 2002? The options were Charlie Garner, Charles Woodson, Rich Gannon, or Randy Moss. Mike chose B, Charles Woodson. And the answer is, Mike, Rich Gannon. Rich Gannon. He had an amazing 2002 season. Only game that he really didn't was the Super Bowl against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But you know what? I don't know many people that could have really held their own against that defense in that particular game. It was their night. There's no way that you could tell me otherwise.
Yeah, like Rich Gannon, Randy Moss, Charles Woodson, I think Tim Brown came to mind too. We're all
Jerry Porter was another. He was a receiver on that team. Was really good.
Yeah, they had such a really nice team. Yeah, but
Sebastian Janikowski.
This is why you draft a kicker in the first round. That dude was a machine.
He was a beast. Southpaw too.
Yeah.
Mike, anything before we get ready to take off, man?
Derpy, if you're out there, man, reach out, buddy.
Yeah, we hope you're all right, Derpy.
Yeah.
Jeez, oh man, what's going on with you? We do want to thank everybody for checking us out. We appreciate each and every one of you, as always. Mike, if that's it for you, brother.
That's all I got, man. That's all I got today. I felt like I talked a whole hell of a lot today.
All right. Well, we got the picks in.
We got the picks in.
We got Thursday night football tonight. Big game. I like this. I like this game. For me personally, I like it.
Yeah.
Giants at the 49ers.
Oh, yeah.
Again, we do want to thank Morgan Gruber for stopping by yesterday.
Yes.
Good luck with everything. Sure, we'll speak to her again sometime soon. And here for the two Dum Yinzers, Mike, myself,